It's time for the Illini update. The men's basketball team triumphed over Nebraska 72-65 on senior night at Assembly Hall on Saturday. 5 players scored in double figures for the team's final home game. Coming up, the Orange and Blue will travel to Columbus to take on Ohio State on Sunday, March 10th. The women's basketball team fell on senior night to Ohio State 64-53 at Assembly Hall on Thursday. On Sunday, the team traveled to Indiana to face Purdue and lost 65-76. Coming up, the team will compete in the Big Ten tournament in Hoffman Estates Thursday, March 7th through Sunday, March 10th. The men's gymnastics team fell to number 1 Penn State at Huff Hall on Saturday. The meet was the first the Illini contended under the new NCAA wide scoring change. Coming up, the team will host Minnesota at home on Friday, March 8th. The women's gymnastics team improved on their last week's score but lost to Penn State at Huff Hall on Saturday. Coming up, the Orange and Blue will travel to Columbia to take on Mizzou on Friday, March 8th. The wrestling team will host the Big Ten Wrestling Championships at Assembly Hall on Saturday, March 9th and Sunday, March 10th. The baseball team traveled to Arlington, Texas over the weekend to take on Houston Baptist. On Friday, the team won their game with a score of 8-3. On Saturday, the team pulled out a second win with a score of 12-3. On Sunday, the Illini tied in the 7th inning but fell 6-5, snapping their 6-game winning streak. Coming up, the team will head back to Texas to take on Baylor University Friday, March 8th through Sunday, March 10th. The softball team traveled to Florida over the weekend for the USF Under Armour Invitational. On Friday, the team was defeated in both of their games, falling to Kentucky 5-4 and to USF 3-2. On Saturday, the team won their first game against Maine 7-1 but fell to Toledo 6-0. The Illini finished the invite Sunday with an 11-2 win over Providence College in 6 innings. Coming up, the team will compete in the Fighting Illini Invitational on Friday, March 15th through Sunday, March 17th at home in Urbana. The men's tennis team defeated Iowa on Friday, kicking off Big Ten play at home with a score of 7-0. On Saturday, the Illini hosted Northwestern, defeating their in-state rival 5-2. Coming up, the team will host Virginia at home on Sunday, March 17th, and USC at home on Monday, March 18th. The women's tennis team opened Big Ten play this weekend with a loss, falling to Northwestern 5-2 at home on Saturday. Coming up, the team will travel to Lincoln to take on the Cornhuskers on Friday, March 8th, before returning to Iowa City to take on the Hawkeyes Sunday, March 10th. The men's indoor track and field team placed second at the Big Ten Championships last week in Geneva, Ohio. Coming up, the team will travel to Fayetteville, Arkansas to compete in the NCAA Indoor Championships on Friday, March 8th and Saturday, March 9th. The women's indoor track and field team competed in the Alex Wilson Invitational in South Bend, Indiana over the weekend. Coming up, the team will travel to Fayetteville, Arkansas to compete in the NCAA Indoor Championships on Friday, March 8th and Saturday, March 9th. The swimming and diving team will compete in the NCAA Zone Diving Championships on Thursday, March 14th through Sunday, March 17th. The women's golf team placed 11 of 13 teams in the Westbrook Spring Invite last Monday in Peoria, Arizona. Coming up, the team will compete in the Notre Dame Clover Cup in Mesa, Arizona on Friday, March 8th through Sunday, March 10th. The men's golf team will compete in the Desert Shootout in Goodyear, Arizona on Thursday, March 21st through Sunday, March 23rd. For more information on Illini Athletics, check out fightingillini.com.